The stage is set.
Let's go!
24 ordinary men and women are about to go head-to-head with the most extraordinary obstacle course ever assembled. Those brave enough must be prepared to endure breathtaking spills, spectacular tumbles, and catastrophic falls. Only the swiftest and fastest four will move on and compete in our final obstacle course, the biggest of them all, the Wipeout Zone, the final step in the journey to $50,000. The epic competition begins now to see who will emerge victorious and who will wipe out. Hello, America, and welcome to Tropical Storm Wipeout, where it's raining cats and big balls. I'm John Anderson, and joining me in delighting in the misfortune of others, John Henson. Tonight, 24 guys and gals will compete as they build an ark, gather animals 2 by 2, and search for dry land. Yeah, thanks, Noah, but no. But our 24 regular guys and gals will try and conquer the biggest, craziest, soggiest obstacle courses ever assembled. Great. What am I supposed to do with the alpacas? Yeah, that's not my problem right now. All right, I'll leave them in your trailer. The one contestant left standing at the end of the day will walk away with $50,000 and 2 alpacas. There you go. But first, everyone must try and conquer the daunting Wipeout Qualifier. This week, the Fab Four comprised of plank in the face. That does not sound good. Big balls plus motivator. Don't hate, motivate. The log roll, which features our old friend, the wrecking ball.
I'm gonna mess you up.
And then we move on to our final element, the fender bender. 6 spinning boat fenders to finish off the course. Of our 24 fearless competitors, only those with the top 12 times will make it past the qualifier and on to the next round. All right, Johnny, the ball's cocked, racked, ready to go. Our first contestant of the day, 25-year-old professional welder, Peter Wyman. And I believe his hair was the result of an unfortunate blowtorch accident. The third member of our Wipeout team, Jill Wagner, gets us the story.
Tell me about the mutton chops. Tell me what's going on. Do they come off? Did you put them on?
No.
They're real?
Yeah, 8 months. 8 months of growing.
Wow, that's magnificent. Look at that.
And that's why I'm a welder, because nobody else will hire me with this thing.
No. Well, let's see if our welder has the chops to conquer our first obstacle, plank in the face. Plank in the face, huh? Wonder why they call it that. Whoa is correct. Now, Peter was supposed to navigate his way across the planks, some of which are stationary, some of which are not. Now Peter gets to climb the ladder to take on the second half of plank in the face. How do they come up with these names, John? No! Oh, no. Johnny, these planks not sturdy. Yeah, well, it's not like you can just find a professional welder anywhere. Peter making his way out of the first tank and onto the next obstacle, the big balls plus motivator. Ah, motivator. If anybody stops to think about the big balls too long, that device will, well, motivate them. Let's see how this goes. Jill, look from down there. Thanks for mutton, Jill. Hey, let's take a look at that again in our super slow-mo cab. The gravitational pull on his mutton chops just too strong. Well, now remember, only our top 12 advance to the next round. So he's got to pull his furry face up that ladder, make it across the log roll. Oh, boy. While also looking out for the wrecking ball and its entourage.
All right, boys, who's hungry for mutton?
Jill, what happened to Peter?
I think he just fell asleep.
Jill, this could be dangerous. I mean, what if he's a narcoleptic welder? He could just fall in there and drown. Not to worry, John. His mutton chops are inflatable. They're like facial water wings. It looks pretty hard getting your mutton chops up that ladder. Well, our last obstacle is pretty hard. The fender bender. The requirement here, hop across 6 spinning boat fenders, and time will stop when you reach the platform. Otherwise, you'll have to make the slow swim to our finish spot. Let's see if mutton chops perks up here for the fender bender. And he passed out again. Maybe those aren't mutton chops. Maybe they're just fluffy pillows. My pillows at home are stuffed with mutton hair, John. Softer than down and hypoallergenic. Yeah, disgusting. But it looks like a strong sleepwalk finish, a time of 3 minutes, 10 seconds. Whoa. John, I'd say this course did not respect its welders. All right, chop, chop. Let's get back to the top of the course where we have 27-year-old Rashid Latif. Jill, take it away.
Rashid, I heard something very interesting happened to you here lately.
I became an American citizen.
And it's a good thing there's no dance section on the citizenship test. Well, John, hopefully he has better moves on our first obstacle, plank in the face. Rashid into the melting pot. Yeah, Johnny, he pledged allegiance to the red, white, black, and blue. All right, Rashid, up to the big balls. Hopefully they'll be more welcoming.
I'm gonna jump on the second ball. Right there.
I'm sorry, did he just say the second
I'm
ball?
gonna jump on the second ball. Right there.
Yeah, he said it. And he did it. Ooh, he got Uncle Slam. Rashid exercising the American freedom to make really bad decisions. USA! USA! Go! With the course wetter than usual, it's been doing more damage than usual today, John. From those dreaded planks, gets them every time, especially that second one. To our big balls. An oldie but a goodie. To our log roll. Absolutely brutal. All the way to our fender bender. That's gonna raise your insurance rates.
Wow, that was fun.
It's fair to say this week's Wet and Wild qualifier has given our contestants fits from beginning all the way to the end.
Congratulations. You had the fastest time yet.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Well, Jill, maybe it doesn't take speed to conquer the course. It could be an experience thing. This is 69-year-old Jack Craney.
You're our oldest contestant to date on Wipeout.
Great, great. And I'll probably be here for the finals.
Easy, Jack. You're 69. Let's take it 1 hour at a time. Johnny, don't count him out. He's seasoned. He just had his head bashed by a plank. Oh, no! Plank in the face killed Grandpa.
He's 69 years old.
He was 69, Jill. He was. John, the camera's so slow, I can see his spirit rising. And you know, today the plank in the face has taken the spirit out of a lot of people, including him. Her too. Definitely this guy. Her spirit was broken too. And possibly her back. Coming up on the big balls is Jeff Buzzard. They call him Buzzman because he's an amateur pilot. Pilot is the one position where I insist on a professional. Oh, good Lord in heaven. What? No way. I am speechless. How did that happen? Please be kind. Rewind. I have got to see that again. This could be studied for generations. Buzzman actually able to jump to the first ball, belly flop onto the second ball, and then flip his way onto the third. The Buzzman now preparing to jump to the fourth ball. If he makes it the entire way, he will be our national big ball hero. He's determined. Jeff the Buzzman! Never mind. Moving on. Gaining her composure over at the fender bender is this week's youngest contestant, 20-year-old tree-hugging hippie Tori Street. Ooh, she hugged the fender bender with her face.
That one's going on TV, I know.
Yeah, more than once. So I hope that hemp jewelry is quick drying. Let's go back to the top of the course now with our next sprightly contestant.
Rip it!
She looks young, fast, and like she has her head on straight for now. What do you got for us, Jill?
Thanks, guys. I'm down here with Michelle Hart. Michelle, welcome to Wipeout.
Thank you. Hi.
How old are you, Michelle?
29,
Where are you living right now?
San Diego with my parents.
But hey, look, if you win the $50,000, what are you gonna do with it?
I'm going to Vegas and gonna freaking tear it up with my friends.
29-year-old Michelle wearing the Garanimals her mother laid out for her this morning. Ooh, there goes $1 in the swear jar. Did she kiss her mom with that mouth? Not anymore, John. Here goes our deadbeat daughter now on the second set of planks. Oh, I never get tired of it. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, here comes the rain again. Our next contestant doesn't seem to mind. Before the skies open up, she opened up to Jill.
All right, thanks, guys. I'm down here with Dee Dee Wong from Hong Kong.
That's right.
Dee Dee, welcome to the show.
I always say that, Dee Dee Wong from Hong Kong.
Well, now I say that.
Hey, I want to say it too. In fact, I'm going to challenge Anderson to the first ever Wipeout rhyme-off. Bring it. Dee Dee Wong from Hong Kong starting off strong. Dee Dee Wong from Hong Kong coming up short like Kim Jong-il. Dee Dee Wong from Hong Kong getting tossed around like salad tongs. Dee Dee Wong from Hong Kong is one balling out like Lance Armstrong. The wrecking ball playing ping pong with Dee Dee Wong from Hong Kong. But she's still badder than old King Kong. She'll run this course like Lionel Richie all night long. Her favorite author is Erica Jong. Lord, lift her up where she belongs. She's all hopped up on ding-dongs. Wash them down with a cup of oolong. That's a type of tea. I give. Dee Dee Wong from Hong Kong comes in at 3 minutes, 33 seconds. Long. Were you using a rhyming dictionary? It's called sampling, John. It's an art form. I'm an OG. Original gangster? No, originally from Greenwich. Welcome back to Wipeout. The rain continues to fall. And so do our contestants. Of the 24 who began the day, remember, only the 12 fastest times advance to the next round.
And they'll be one step closer to the grand prize of $50,000.
All right, let's get right to our next contestant who looks ready to start at the top of the course. Jill spoke with her earlier. Watch for the horns, Jill.
Thank you, guys. I'm down here with Reagan Phillips. Reagan, welcome to Wipeout.
Thank you.
Have you ever seen the show?
Only tiny bits and pieces.
Really? Okay, well, here's a recap.
Now, I also understand that you hear voices in your head. Is it right?
Yes.
What are they saying to you about Wipeout?
Run.
I think she might be summoning her flying monkeys to help her through the course.
Well, let's see how she does in our first obstacle, plank in the face.
Ooh, there she goes like a matzo ball into the soup.
Now let's see if Reagan and the friends in her head can take on the big balls.
Ah, stop it, Reagan. That's just crazy talk. Literally.
John, she certainly went for it, though.
Sounds like she went for leaving a few layers of skin on the big balls. I want to put a little salve on that.
Hey, guys, good news. The rain is letting up. The bad news?
My legs are gonna burst.
Ah, that explains why Jill still has the umbrella. I mean, you don't go to a Gallagher show without a poncho.
More bad news now. Reagan facing the log roll with wrecking ball.
Whoa. Take a step, I dare ya.
Come on, Reagan. If you're going to do a cannonball, you got to yell, cannonball! It's tradition.
Reagan now approaching the fender bender.
Oh, what the hell is this?
It's the fender bender.
Ooh, the bullhorns are back. This is going to be exciting.
Oh, there goes my shoe and my dignity.
And any chance of moving on.
Let's get back to the top of the course where we have female firefighter Teresa Rivera. Jill caught up with Teresa before her run.
So, Teresa, I heard you can bench like 180.
Yes, I can. I actually did it to qualify and when I went to the fire academy.
You could probably like bench John Henson.
Well, I think he's about 230 at 240, so that's a little too high.
Hey, is she a firefighter or a carnival barker? What makes her qualified to guess my weight?
Here's our firefighter taking on the planks.
My entire family is husky, John. It's in my genes.
Teresa up again. Let's see if she does better on the second set of planks.
I have a thyroid problem. I will show you a note from my doctor.
Pay attention.
You know I'm retaining water right now. This isn't fair at all.
Fine, you're awake. Could we get back to the course?
Appreciate it.
Now approaching the big balls, 26-year-old Debbie Chop.
Let's go, Diesel.
Earlier, Jill found out why she calls herself the Diesel.
They call me the Diesel because I'm just fast.
Oh!
Ooh, Debbie Diesel just became Debbie Downer. Hey, Debbie does big balls. I love that movie. I still have the poster on my wall. It pleases me.
Touche, big balls. Touche.
They're not going to answer you. Everyone knows big balls can't talk.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But these big balls have had everybody talking. All day long. And for those who need a little motivating,
The motivator is in full swing. Swing and a miss. Now to someone who studied motivation, this is 23-year-old film director Sam Griffith approaching plank in the face.
oh, Johnny completely missed his mark.
Okay, Sam, plank in the face, take two. Nailed it.
Enjoying the weather at the top of the course is Claudia Morell, a stay-at-home mom who describes herself as a desperate housewife.
Ooh, John, I love that show. Previously on Desperate Housewives. Claudia waited for her husband to leave for work to rendezvous with the gardener. Little did she know, Carlos had hired a 300-pound wrecking ball to stay hot on her tail. Upset, she ran to her neighbor Jill to confess her secret. But she was overcome with emotion and became choked up. Whoa, you stay classy, Wisteria Lane.
And now our final contestant in the qualifier, 6'3", 300-pound, 280 without the ankle weights, Marcus Lindler. Marcus says he's dedicating this run to his son, Maximus.
Maximus,
When the going gets tough, you gotta push through the pain.
Yeah!
Oh, that's inspirational and a little terrifying.
Well, gone now are the ankle weights, which I'm guessing he uses to teach Max how to swim.
Hey, Marcus is holding on. That's a good lesson for Max. When life gives you a plank in the face, there's always another plank in the face.
Remember, Max, push through!
And no TV until you finish Sun Tzu's The Art of War.
Marcus now up to the big balls, eyeing the motivator.
Max, you must push through the pain of the big ball. And remember, helmets are for girls. Never give up, Max. It's like that bedtime story I read you. The little engine that could because it managed to suck up the pain. Well, at least Max is learning that life isn't all orange slices and juice boxes.
Uh-oh, Marcus really needs to hustle here to sneak into that top 12. Got to come in under 3:30, and he's done it with a time of 3:18. Marcus will nab the final spot in our top 12.
Yeah!
Let's go to the safety of our leaderboard, shall we? Yeah. We've got our director, Sam D.W. Griffith, desperate housewife, Claudia Morell, young new American, Rashid Latif, and, of course, Dee Wong from Hong Kong. Also moving on, Debbie the Diesel Chop, tree hugger Tori Streed, our female firefighter, that's Teresa Rivera, deadbeat daughter Michelle Hart, and let's not forget our very first contestant of the day, Peter, thanks for Mutton Wyman. Welcome back to the comedy of errors known as Wipeout. John and John with you for all the fun, America. After our qualifying round, we have cut the contestants in half, and 12 are now moving on. Among them, we have director Sam D.W. Griffith, Maximus's dad, Marcus Lindler, deadbeat daughter Michelle Hart.
And, of course, there's Dee Wong from Hong Kong.
Dee Wong from Hong Kong. I love saying that.
And I love saying this, John. Up next, the king of the mountain.
12 contestants standing on 10-foot high pedestals as the platform arm circles around and around. The first 6 contestants who can jump on the platform make their way to one of the 6 spots near the edge of the mountain, move on to the next round. The large and painful catch, however, they have to avoid 2 giant clubs rotating in the opposite direction.
The best part, though, when a contestant wipes out, they have to try again, and possibly wipe out again.
All right, let's quit talking and go down to the action.
Teresa, the firefighter, sounds the siren. New citizen Rashid looks worried. It's okay, you're legal now.
And the king of the mountain is underway. Tree hugger Tori looks like she's cold. See how that affects her as she's first to go. Oh, emphasis on oh.
You can do it! You can do it!
Dee Wong from Hong Kong next to try. Oh, unfortunate.
no.
Up next, film director Sam, who...
Oh.
Yeah, that was fast, huh?
First, our tree hugger learned the inconvenient truth that getting clubbed in the face hurts. Director Sam D.W. Griffith learned...
I'm the king of the mountain!
He's not the king of the mountain. And I learned, if that's Wong, I don't want to be right. Who knew our show could be so educational?
Let's see what Maximus's dad has learned as he gets ready to go. Or stay.
Apparently, he's learned nothing.
Deadbeat daughter shows some initiative. Oh, gets rejected, though, like her last job application.
Tree hugger Tori goes for her second shot. Up on her Birkenstocks. Oh, into the water to rinse off the patchouli oil.
And the mountain remains wide open. Someone just needs to... what was that, John?
This desperate housewife has a dark secret that no one knows about. She's actually a Yeti.
I'm not sure scaring the platform is the best technique here.
Yeah, but neither is the point and discuss, the clap and bounce, or the new lazy American.
Move it, people. Nothing lazy about deadbeat daughter as she goes for her 3rd try at the mountain. Oh, she gets her legs taken out. But remarkably, she hangs on. And it looks like she might be, yes, she's the first one to reach the mountain.
No way.
Yes way. The bar tries to send her packing like her parents, but she hangs on. You know, all that running from responsibility keeps her in great shape, John.
Well, if she can hang on now until those other 5 spots are filled, she'll be moving on to the next round.
Is Thanks for Mutton Wyman asleep?
Just pacing himself. Onto the platform now, under the bar.
And Thanks for Mutton drags those glorious facial bookends to the mountain and claims a 2nd spot. Now all he has to do is stay awake.
And just like that, 2 contestants have made it to the mountain. That leaves 4 spots.
Debbie the Diesel makes it on.
Holy
It looks like the contestants, John, finally figured out how to jump here.
Baby steps, John, baby steps.
Well, with 4 spots left, at least some of the contestants seem to be getting a feel for how to play the game.
Dee Wong tries her shot at it. She makes it on and gets her butt under the bar.
Female firefighter Teresa makes it onto the platform, and Dee Wong makes it to the mountain. That's spot number 3. And now our desperate housewife is on that platform like it's her teenage gardener. And she puts the heat on our female firefighter, who's on her feet and makes it to the mountain. There's another.
Okay, we get it. You're a firefighter.
Well, we have 2 openings left as director Sam D.W. Griffith puts himself into the scene. And the desperate housewife dives onto the mountain. She grabs the 5th position. That leaves, John, 1 spot remaining.
Will film director Sam make it to the middle and be 1 step closer to the wipeout zone and 50 grand?
Not if Debbie the Diesel has anything to say about it.
Sam's up, still trying to reach the final red circle, but here comes the Diesel trying to edge him out for that last spot.
A wrestling match for that final position. Johnny, that's fantastic.
The Diesel trying to edit director Sam out of the scene.
Yeah, but Sam wants final cut. Let's go to that tape.
Right here, you can clearly see that Sam D.W. Griffith got 2 feet in the circle before Debbie managed to diesel him out of the way.
Tape never lies. So we have our final 6 contestants.
Marcus, what are you doing? It's over, man. You're not going to be moving on. Sorry, Max.
But the 6 contestants who are moving on include deadbeat daughter Michelle, thanks for Mutton Wyman, Dee Dee Wong from Hong Kong, female firefighter Teresa, our desperate housewife Claudia, and director Sam D.W. Griffith. We are back on Wipeout, and the good news is, Johnny, the rain's letting up.
Yeah, but the better news is that doesn't mean our 6 contestants are going to stay dry.
Speaking of those final 6, here they are. Desperate housewife, Claudia Morell. Deadbeat daughter, Michelle Hart. Director, Sam D.W. Griffith. Our female firefighter, Teresa Rivera. Peter, thanks for Mutton Wyman.
And
Dee Dee Wong from Hong Kong.
Oh, I love that, John. It's like a party in your mouth.
Indeed. And of those 6, just 4 will move on to the Wipeout Zone and get a shot at our $50,000 prize.
But standing in their way is the Dizzy Dummy 2.0. Here's how it works.
Contestants strapped to the Dizzy Dummy until they're good and dizzy. Then they'll have to get through the spinner, where contestants will have to climb through this door to the other side before they can move on.
Now it's onto the tippy table. First person to the platform moves on.
The remaining 5 get back in the Dizzy Dummy and do the barrel run. When that's done, you guessed it, and you love it, they'll spin again.
All right, the contestants are strapped in. Let's go down to the Dizzy Dummy.
This is round 1. First to make it across goes on to the Wipeout Zone. How's that sound, guys? Guess it sounds good enough to our housewife, Claudia.
Deadbeat sticking her tongue out. Let's hope that's all that comes out. Dee Dee Wong trying not to get too dumb. Unfortunately for Mutton Chops, he's already there.
And they're off.
Way off. Especially our deadbeat. She's lost. They're all moving, John. They're moving like a team.
Yeah, a synchronized falling team.
But look who's coming to spinner. Director Sam through the door in his first take. He'll be heading on to the tippy tables, followed by our housewife.
Dee Dee Wong's through, and big surprise, last one through the door is our deadbeat daughter, Michelle.
Our director calling action as he's on the first tippy table. Dee Dee Wong moving forward.
Our director's got a green light. He is moving and reenacting a scene from Splash.
Well, he's doing a sequel for sure, because now he has to swim back. Dee Dee Wong leaps and on to the next tippy table.
Here comes our firefighter. She gets hosed. Back to the station for her, John.
The director staging a comeback.
Dee Dee Wong still going strong. Our deadbeat daughter is in the water. Mutton Chops unstable on the tippy table, causing our housewife Claudia to fall. Yeah.
Mutton Chops now on and off.
Dee Dee is still hanging on.
John, I think she's waiting for somebody to balance out that tippy table.
And our firefighter responds to the call.
But she makes the tippy table tip, which allows Dee Dee to move forward.
Our firefighter is right there. One last huge jump for Dee Dee. A spot in the Wipeout Zone on the line. She makes it. Dee Dee Wong from Hong Kong will be our first contestant moving on to the Wipeout Zone.
That's right. And everyone else didn't.
On to our next round. Our contestants will be headed to the barrels. First one across, a date with the Wipeout Zone.
And our director not looking like the best boy for the job.
Here we go. This is round 2.
And finally showing some initiative is our deadbeat. She finds the spinner right away this time, and then finds the ground.
Our director again handling the spinner. He'll be the first one through. Causes a bit of a door jam there.
Sam, our director, on his way down. Everyone else making it through the door.
Sam onto the barrels. Let's see if our director can cope. Aloft. Mutton Chops coming up with a flop of his own.
The deadbeat and the director jump. She's down.
Our firefighter has caught up.
Our director onto the next barrel, but he pulls up aside.
That leaves our firefighter alone in the lead.
On her tail, though, is desperate housewife Claudia.
Teresa, our firefighter.
Oh!
She gets doused. That opens things up for our housewife. She's on to the next barrel.
Our director's back in action, and up in front, she's doing the dishes. Sort of an odd choice for this stage of the race.
Our director jumping, but he's down. Can anyone catch our housewife? No! She's our second contestant and our second woman moving on to the wipeout zone.
And she did it with a little move I like to call the injured seal.
All right, this is round 3, and they're heading back to the tippy table. I gotta say, I don't think Sam is ready for his close-up.
Yeah, I know. Looks like he's trying not to cool hand puke.
Whoa, that's not fun.
Not yet, but it will be soon.
Mutton Chops just looking to hibernate.
Firefighter, she's on. There's the deadbeat. Wait, where's the director? Oh, here comes Queasy Rider.
Our ladies, though, through the door and moving on.
You know, I think I actually saw him in a movie once, Weekend at Bernie's. He played Bernie.
Our two ladies, obviously not as queasy. They're on the first tippy table.
Mutton Chops landing face first because that's where all the weight is.
Our deadbeat making a move. Ah, yeah, bad move.
Yeah, now our deadbeat's dead in the water. And by dead, I mean she has to swim back.
I get it. Mutton Chops now catching up with our firefighter. He'll make a move, but she's coming right behind him. Deadbeat's up and back in the race. Mutton Chop now out in front, and here comes the firefighter. Oh, they are neck and neck.
Man, this is exciting. For most of us.
A very tight race. One last jump for either of them, and it sends them to the wipeout zone.
Oh, I think he's gonna go for it. Oh, no! I don't think he was going for that. Although maybe he was going for another nap.
Oh, either way, it leaves our firefighter clear with one jump to make. But she can't seem to find her footing here.
But she doesn't see the deadbeat sneaking up on her.
And she leaps. Got it! The third woman moving on to the wipeout zone. One more woman across. We'll have our first all-female wipeout zone.
Sam, buddy, how you doing over here?
The spinning was a little much that time. And
Sam,
combination.
are you telling me you're quitting?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Don't get so confident. All right, use your helmet if you do. Back to you guys.
So I guess we'll roll credits on Sam, the director's day, which leaves us with a battle of the sexes. Will our firefighter get sideburns?
Or will she give Mutton the chop and join our other 3 ladies to make this an all-female wipeout zone?
Time to find out. Mutton Chop out of that gate first.
But look at our firefighter. She's blazing up the court.
Come on, Teresa, get it!
She's through the door and does a little stop, drop, and roll.
We get it. You're a firefighter. And our narcoleptic's getting some REM sleep.
Our firefighter smothering the first barrel. Mutton Chop, obviously more of a slow burn, but he's caught up.
Teresa, get up there, come on!
Ow!
Firefighter's down. That opens things up for Mutton Chop.
Who gracefully plops onto the next barrel. Here comes our firefighter.
Come on, Teresa!
She vaults ahead, and they are now helmet to helmet.
Mutton Chop's now barrel to belly. He holds on.
It can't get much closer than this.
This is exciting.
You're telling me, Jill, a slip here could cost them $50,000.
Mutton Chop needs to match her.
Oh! Mutton Chops couldn't hold on by the hair of his chinny chin. That's a lot of hair.
Firefighter onto the next barrel. Mutton Chop's racing back. Our firefighter is one jump away from making it an all-female wipeout zone, but that jump much farther than it looks.
The other lady's looking on. Can she do it? Yes, she made it.
Ooh, and we have an all-girl wipeout zone.
Poor Peter, just another case of the woman keeping us down. So it's ladies only moving on. Finally, a wipeout zone with some style and grace.
So joining our firefighter, desperate housewife Claudia Morel, deadbeat daughter Michelle Hart,
And sing it with us, Dee Dee Wong from Hong Kong.
welcome back to Ladies' Night here on Wipeout.
That's right, we have an all-female wipeout zone tonight.
But before one lucky girl can walk away with 50 grand, they all must face the challenges presented by the Wipeout Zone. It's made up of 4 stages.
It starts with the aqua launch. Contestants will have to attempt to control their launch into the zone while enduring a torrent of water.
Then they'll have to make their way up the raging rapids and avoid being washed away by a 1,000-gallon tidal wave.
Next up, it's the crazy sweeper, where contestants will have to get across these pedestals to the other side while being chased by 2 giant sweeper arms.
Then the final obstacle, contestants will have to make their way to the finish across these bumper turntables. 4 contestants remain, and the one with the best time goes home $50,000 richer.
Up first is our desperate housewife, Claudia Morel. Let's see how she got to the wipeout zone. Desperate housewife Claudia gave our qualifying round a touch of class.
That's awesome.
Then she conquered the king of the mountain and belly flopped her way through the dizzy dummy to seal her spot in the final four.
So our all-female wipeout zone is about to begin with this woman, our stay-at-home mom from Rancho Cucamonga, Claudia Morel. The horn sounds and down she goes.
Wow, she went flying off the aqua launch. Take a look at this.
Excellent distance, because the object is to launch yourself as close as possible to our next obstacle, the raging rapids. And just getting up on this obstacle can be an obstacle.
Right here, they need to fight their way up this ramp while being pounded by these rapids. And don't forget, there is a 1,000-gallon tidal wave coming their way. And here comes the rain again. Whoa!
Steady as she goes, though.
Yeah, the desperate housewife desperately holding on.
Unbelievable. Avoids the wipeout, and this is going to help her time tremendously, John.
Oh, without a doubt.
And as she makes it to the top of the rapids, look at her. That constant gush of water wearing her down. Claudia pausing just an extra moment maybe to catch her breath.
She manages to collect herself, and now she's onto the crazy sweeper. And there she goes.
Oh, and a cruel hit in the back, and Claudia takes a hard spill.
Yeah, she just can't outrun that arm, John. That's going to eat away at her total time.
It's a very time-consuming process to swim all the way back, climb up that ladder. Just look at her, Johnny. She is wiped out.
Fatigue is literally written all over her face, but there she goes for her second attempt.
And the sweeper arm is right on her tail. Will she outrun it? No. Into the water she goes again.
I gotta tell you, the wipeout zone is not pulling any punches on Claudia Morel tonight.
Now she's off on that third attempt, pausing to let the sweeper arm pass by. That could be sound strategy right here. It also allows her time to take another breath, which is good. Either way, oh, see, she's found that soft spot on the crazy sweeper. And now she's made it.
Yes, indeed, but now she has to face down the bumper turntables.
And she's onto the first table with very little trouble. Slow to get up. See how she does. Oh, that is a hard hit. Into the water she goes again. Just another long swim back, and that clock is always ticking.
She's up again, a look of desperation on our housewife.
Approaching the 9-minute mark now, looking to get through this course and set the time to beat. Oh, another crushing blow, John. And she's not swimming with much purpose at the moment. What is that?
Did I hear I quit?
She quit? Claudia has removed herself from the competition.
John, I gotta tell you, I'm shocked. An exhausted Claudia Morel has quit the competition, so it's up to this woman, Michelle Hart, to set the time to beat.
Let's see how she got to the wipeout zone. Deadbeat daughter Michelle has been making her parents proud all day long. After a spirited run in our qualifier, Michelle emerged as a serious threat when she breezed through our next challenge, and when she blazed past our female firefighter to claim her spot in the wipeout zone, we knew Michelle would be here till the end.
Okay, our 29-year-old competitor takes her place at the top of the wipeout zone. $50,000 on the line.
There's the horn, and off she slides. Michelle flying down the ramp and hurled into the icy waters of the wipeout zone.
Yeah, she put herself in great position, and now she's got to make her way over to the raging rapids.
Now she's up, and the real work begins. Remember, Claudia Morel withstood the wave. See if our deadbeat daughter can stand on her own 2 feet.
And here it comes. Ooh, and she is swept away. Take a look at that wall of water. Second trip up the ramp now. She is not looking very happy, John.
No, she's got a strained look on her face with lots more wipeout zone to go.
Yeah, our deadbeat daughter's struggling to make her way up the rapids, but she wishes she spent a little less time in her parents' basement.
Well, she's finally now conquered the raging rapids. Now she's got to maneuver herself over the crazy sweeper.
Yeah, and that is an aptly named obstacle, John. Crazy difficult.
And she makes a break for it. Oh, and she's lost her footing. Just the mere threat of the sweeper arm causing her to slip up.
Yeah, that just looks sloppy. Take another look at this.
Self-tackleization, never pretty in the wipeout zone. And she's off again, sweeper arm giving chase. But she's made it onto the pillars. Michelle opening some space. Will she make it? Oh, no.
Gotta take another look at that one. You know, we said that sweeper arm was crazy. That's the proof right there.
her third attempt, and she's running. The sweeper arm gaining ground on her. It's gonna be tight. Finally, the crazy sweeper conquered.
Now, John, we've seen that face before on the face of the previous contestant on the bumper turntable.
This is the obstacle that ended Claudia Morell's day. We'll see if Michelle can do it any better. Holding onto that platform for dear life, but that's not going to help her make the jump.
No, and as you can see there, she is back in the water.
As she swims back to the turntables, another look at the fall. Just ricocheting off that platform, a difficult wipeout zone to be sure.
The question becomes now, when will she finish? Or perhaps it's, will she finish?
Yeah, better question. There's only one turntable left in this exhausting wipeout zone. All she has to do is jump to that last bumper turntable, and she sticks that landing. Plant both feet, the clock will stop. And the final time, 17 minutes, 2 seconds.
Looks like she's still got a little bit of energy left to rip it, John.
But let's see if her time will hold up against our fierce firefighter and Dee Dee Wong from Hong Kong. Welcome back to Wipeout, where we are in the second half of our all-female wipeout zone. Deadbeat daughter Michelle Hart currently in first place.
Teresa Rivera, our female firefighter, is on deck and down with Jill. Jill?
Okay, thanks, guys. How do you feel about this?
I'm just gonna take one thing at a time and, yeah.
Good luck. Go get them. Back to you guys.
Teresa's strong performance in the qualifier made a strong impression on everybody. She made it through the King of the Mountain and then barely beat out her mutton chops competition to claim the final spot in our all-female wipeout zone.
And there she sits, our fierce female firefighter, waiting to set fire to this course.
Seems irresponsible for a firefighter, John.
There's the alarm sounding, plunging into that big money pool of the wipeout zone.
I hurt my
And
ankle.
a problem right away, John.
Uh-oh.
Appears to have injured an ankle or foot.
The safety team coming out to give her aid. That signifies the end of her run here on Wipeout today.
This is a sporting competition. We have to make sure everybody is safe. Our safety team has called it, which means Teresa will not be allowed to continue.
Yeah, it's too bad. She was a very fierce competitor, and I'm sure she's disappointed.
So as we say goodbye to our female firefighter, there is only one contestant remaining, Dee Dee Wong from Hong Kong. Dee Dee Wong from Hong Kong never let the pressure of the course get to her. Her carefree spirit stuck with her all day. She aced the King of the Mountain and raced across the tippy table to become the first contestant to make it into the wipeout zone. So Dee Dee Wong, our final contestant, sits atop the aqua launch, while deadbeat daughter Michelle Hart is the only thing that stands between her and $50,000. There's our horn, and she is off down the slide. Bit of a bump there, and belly flops into the drink below.
Outstanding. Dee Dee Wong attacking this course with reckless abandon head first.
Now at the bottom of the raging rapids, Dee Dee Wong struggling just to get on this obstacle. She's okay, thumbs up.
Gotta love her attitude. But let's see if she can survive the blast of water that's coming her way right now.
No shot. She cannot hold on and wash back down the ramp. That's going to cost her a lot of time.
Well, that is a lot of white water for a little girl, John. She did not stand a chance.
She's back on course. Those seconds, though, continue to add up. It's a little more weathered than before, but gives us yet another thumbs up. She's off again, really booking it up the raging rapids this time, which should help her out to recover some of that lost time if she can stay on her feet.
And a third thumbs up. You gotta love this girl's attitude. She has 3 thumbs. Or maybe she's just happy because she knows she still has almost 13 whole minutes to complete the other half of this course.
And she's making a run for it.
Oh, and a brutal wipeout.
Check the replay. She goes for it, but just no match for that powerful sweeper arm.
Sort of blindsided there. Let's see if it changes her strategy. Looks like she's counting up the steps. Let's see if it pays off for her.
Makes her break. Oh, strategically pausing there and then picking the pace back up. Looks like she's found that perfect little window. Will she make it? Could still slip and fall. Oh, she is in safe. Excellent work there.
Now she has to contend with our final obstacle, the bumper turntable.
The time to beat still 17:02.
Yeah, so she would seem to be in great shape for this final obstacle, John.
Using a slow, methodical approach. You got time to do it right now. We'll see if that pays off for her. Oh, and she shorts her jump onto that turntable and gets dumped into the drink.
Yeah, that is a costly swim back, eating into her valuable lead right there.
Now she is back up for her second attempt at the bumper turntables. She needs to be flawless here. A wipeout could ruin her chances at winning the $50,000.
Oh, and she rebounds right into the water. That wipeout could not have come at a worse time for Dee Dee Wong.
And now, after burning up almost 7 minutes, Dee Dee has only 20 seconds to make it through all the turntables.
Michelle, the deadbeat daughter, currently in the lead, can't even bring herself to watch. She's so nervous.
Onto that second turntable. This is it. It all comes down. One last jump. 10 seconds left. She is one jump away from $50,000. Oh!
She doesn't do it.
Oh! And that is it. Michelle Hart is the new Wipeout champion.
The winner of Wipeout right here, Michelle Hart.
I almost throw up.
Don't throw up.
She's a deadbeat no more, Johnny. Flush with cash.
Yeah, and with no rent to pay, I bet she'll be tearing it up in Vegas with her friends in no time.
Well, that'll do it for us, but please join us next week, as always, when we have 24 new contestants and some crazy new obstacles. But until then, America, I'm John Anderson.
For our colleague Jill Wagner, I'm John Henson saying good night and big ball.